We know how the suspects got a hold of the weapon.
Car burglaries. Yeah. Ain't that right? All the gun laws we got in place didn't prevent it, did it? Neither will any new ones. Because here's the fact, the bad guy's gonna get a gun no matter what law you have put in place. These juveniles shouldn't even possess a handgun. But they did. Do I have to spell it out to you? What do you think they were doing? They're associated with a gang. Gangs don't go to church on Sunday and then preach the gospel for the next 6 days. They're gangs because they commit crimes.
The sheriff in Marion County, Florida, lashing out at the liberal media for trying to make the murder of 3 teens about gun control as he announces the arrests of 2 boys ages 12 and 17. The search is on for a 3rd suspect. Meantime, the murder of a tech executive in San Francisco fueling calls for change from some of his friends who are fed up with violence in the city. And crime-ridden Chicago had a chance to make a change, but voters weren't interested. They voted for a further left candidate instead, that being Brandon Johnson as their next mayor. The Washington Examiner writing, quote, "The incoming mayor may turn out to be a worse mayor than Lori Lightfoot. Johnson's occupation is an organizer for the teachers union." What does this mean for Chicago's municipal government? Will now be a fully owned subsidiary of the Chicago Teachers Union. Can you imagine what the union contracts are going to look like? This is in a city where roughly 24 schools, 0 children can read or write at a proficiency level. For more, let's bring in former Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker. Matt, good to see you. So here, I got to tell you what, I love the statement from that sheriff. Finally, an elected official standing up and going, you know what? Gun laws don't save lives. Guns aren't the problem. It's people who pick up guns and cause the crime.
Yeah, it's good to be with you. Happy Easter, Sean. You know, what's happening in many of our places, including our major cities, is you do have this eruption of crime, and a lot of it's because of exactly what the sheriff points out. It's bad guys with guns who aren't going to ever follow any laws, even if you pass more laws. But it's also a lack of enforcement of the low level, what the left would call low level crimes, like burglaries, how these people obtain this gun in the first place. And as you're a prosecutor, Sean, you know that it's those early crimes in a criminal's career that if they're punished for them, and if that they understand that there are consequences for their actions, that you might be able to change the behavior. But if they're allowed to develop into ruthless, lawless thugs, then you're going to have a hard time preventing these horrific crimes like you saw in this county in Florida.
And it's disappointing because if you want to save lives, you should go to the root cause of the problem. What's happening in society that's causing young people or any people to pick up a gun and take someone else's life? I think this, by the Democrats, is just to take the freedom of our ability, our constitutional right to own a gun away from us, to defend ourselves away from us. And I go, where do they do this, Matt? They did it in the old Soviet Union. In China, you can't have a gun. In Cuba, you can't have a gun. In Venezuela, you can't have a gun. And they don't want you to have a gun.
No, you're absolutely right, and that's what their whole agenda is. It's taking the guns out of law-abiding citizens from places like where you're from in Wisconsin, places where I'm from in Iowa, where we have lawful gun owners that respect each other's rights, but protect themselves and are also sportsmen. So, you know, I'm just worried about what the left is trying to do, especially nationally.
You know, I'm concerned about the kids of America as well. You know, you have a 12-year-old who is involved in this shooting, and when kids behave poorly, maybe when I was young, they were smoking cigarettes or they were shoplifting, Matt. But today, they're picking up guns and killing people. Something's happening in our culture. Something's happening with the way that we are raising our children that are forcing them or bringing them to such violence. They're angry. They're detached. What's going on here? If you can get through that cough you have going on. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. It's a late winter, late spring, early spring cold. But what's happening, Sean, is you're having a breakdown in both the communities, families, and as well, you're having a breakdown in our schools and education systems. And it's conspiring to really disserve our children, disserve our families, and lead to these horrific crimes in many of our cities.
And you know, Matt, when people have a chance to change direction like they had in Chicago, They don't go for a candidate who's going to bring you more police, more security, and more safety. They actually vote for a left-winger who's going to team up with the teachers union and give you less cops on the street, but more social workers on the streets. It doesn't make any sense to me. Former Acting Attorney General Matt Whitaker, thanks for joining me, and good luck with that cold or cough, whatever you have there, and happy Easter.
Yeah. Thank you, Sean. Appreciate it.
All right, coming up.
Subscribe to the Fox News YouTube channel to catch our nightly opens, stories that are changing the world and changing your life. From Tucker Carlson tonight.